Hey guys, it's Silvia Turani and this is the final whistle. Ciao!
Hello and welcome back to the final whistle, brought to you by the Rugby Connection podcast. Well, if you're watching on YouTube, we're back down at Sandy Park with my beloved Exeter Chiefs, but we are making history today with our first ever Italian guest. Sadly, she's not active right now because she's got a broken hand, but she will be back as soon as possible. It's Silvia Turani. Silvia, thank you so much for coming on. How are you getting on?
Hello, ciao. Hello, everybody. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, yeah. And like I said, thank you for making history as well. You're our first ever Italian guest. So there you go.
Thank you. That's such an honor. Thank you for inviting.
You're very welcome. I'll also like to thank you for chatting with me at the Six Nations launch as well down in London.
It was fun.
It was good. It was really fun. Bit noisy, bit crowded, but you were fine. You were good.
Yeah, thank you. Not the best English, but as long as you can understand, it's good.
I can understand you. That's the main thing. That's all that matters. How's the hand, first of all?
Well, it's still broken. We just took a scan. Yeah, it's pretty one. The gas pink. So we got a scan last week, and sadly it was still broken. And sadly not back in time, neither for the Scotland game, neither for the Welsh game. So that I'm going to miss the whole Six Nation. That's pretty frustrating because it's been the third Six Nation in a row that I missed. The first one for COVID, the second one for the knee, and now this one for the hand. But it's been also good because I had time to recover fully also from my knee that was suffering. And so, yeah, we just use it at best this time off to, just take some time off, just focus on the physio, both for the hand, both for the knee, trying to get back fit and hopefully attacking well the final games of the season with Exeter and the final phases.
Well, hopefully see you back in a Chiefs jersey very soon. If you don't mind me asking, how did you break your hand?
So it happened during the game against France, the first one we had, and I just did one tackle and I hit my nerve here at the neck. And so I just lost the whole arm. I didn't feel anything and just go for the second tackle. And my hand remained between me and the knee of the French girl and just got broken. And we didn't even realize it was broken because I didn't have any perception in my arm. It was just after 2 days that I was still not able to move properly the hand. And when I tried to just train with the girls, it was too painful to catch the ball and doing everything. So we did for a scan. We went for a scan. It was broken.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, it's better a broken bone than a tendon or ligamentous or things like that. So I'm glad it's a minor injury.
That's fair. So we ask all our guests these questions. What actually got you into rugby in the first place?
Sorry, again?
What made you want to start playing rugby when you were younger?
So I was 22 years old and I was spending a year abroad in Spain for Erasmus program. And I was at a birthday party and some girls told the birthday girl, oh, our present for you is just being here and missing a training. And I asked them, so what sport do you do? And they told me rugby. I was like, oh, I want to try training. And they said yeah, it's the last training of the season. Then we have a tournament and then it's all done. I was like, yeah, but I'll try anyway. I tried and I can't remember anything about that first training session. Just when I went back to Italy, I was like, okay, I want to start playing rugby now. And I tried to find a club in Parma, that was the city where I was living that time. But they told me, yeah, there is one team, but they are the best team in Italy, or just among the 2-3 best team in Italy right now. So it's, not so humble to go and ask to play for them. And I was like, yeah, but if there is no any other team, I'll ask anyway. And they didn't reply me. So I was like, oh, I've been really, really bad just asking them. That's not humble at all. And then I just start other sports. I think it was CrossFit or things like that. Then after a few months, I said oh, you know what? I didn't insist enough. So I just called them back and asking them their thing. And they told me, yeah, just come tomorrow and try in one training. And I started and enjoyed.
I love that. You just never give up. Just keep annoying them. Keep phoning them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do here. If guests say yes, but then they don't give us a date or time. No, we need to know.
Again.
Exactly. So you played in Italy, you've played in France, you're now in England with Exeter Chiefs. What's the biggest difference playing in those countries?
So for me, there is also the, like, let's say, not rugby aspect, because of course, being in Italy is my home country. So it's just like everything easier is my tradition, is like the people I know and everything. Whereas like in France, when I was there was like COVID. So it was locked down. So of course, it was a kind of different experience because everything was closed, not crowded games and everything. And this is one of the biggest difference, the amount of fans of like crowd we have in England, I've never seen before in Italy or in France, of course. And also, whereas from a, let's say, more rugby perspective, I would say that in England, I found a more structured game, like a lot of structure, very, very like some simple maybe, but effective. And whereas like in France and in Italy is more about like read the situation, see what you have in front and just play. And I would say that, of course, like in England is the most physical among the three countries, whereas so it's much more like focus on like gym session, heavy gym session, or like also training, a lot of like physical training, contact training and things like that. Whereas like in France is more about like speed, agility and like explosiveness and these type of things. And that's pretty similar to the Italian like kind of rugby we play as well. And yeah, it's just like England, of course, at Exeter is such a pro environment. So it's really, really like, also it's different my lifestyle, because when I was in Italy, I was like working at the time, so I had to balance my job and playing rugby. In France, I was studying in a pretty like tough university, so I had to like do, I don't know, like group activity, group for uni during the night, because I haven't time during the day because I had to train. It was really, really like strict schedule during the day. Whereas like in England, I'm just playing rugby and studying, but for fun. So of course I have much more time off that I can spend with people, just, I don't know, enjoying the time off with all the girls, going out for coffee, baking something, just relax, recovery. So it's a completely different lifestyle.
I love that. I'm glad you mentioned the girls, because I've been lucky enough to interview some of them in the past. I'm going to read some stuff out, and all you need to do is guess who told me this.
Okay. Oh, I like it. Yeah.
There's nothing too bad. So one, I'll do the same person for each bit, and then yeah.
Okay.
So I have to discuss your love of cats.
Mine?
Yeah, you really love cats.
I'm so scared by cats.
She set me up.
I can't.
Do you not like cats? That's fine. Okay.
So who told that?
I'll let you get. I'll give you one guess, and then you can guess who said it.
So Obama love cat could be Laurie Kramer.
You got it. Yeah, yeah, Laurie. Yeah, it was Laurie.
Because I live with her, and she knows there is a cat, a black cat, that's always like walk around our hotel, because we live in a hotel, and so it's like every time I try to do a different way back home because I want to avoid the cat. And while I was here in Italy for Six Nations, the cat went into the house, and thanks God I was not at home, because I would be like died.
Fair enough. She's also mentioned, I have to ask you about English food. I know there's already a clip that's gone viral.
Because I did this video that got viral, but I didn't know it was an interview. So I was just like chatting about what I think about English food. And then I realized that probably the English food I got is the food I got at Chiefs. It's not even English, because it's just a lot of spices and sauces. And it's just me that I don't like spicy food and sauces and anything about that. So yeah, I mentioned the fact that I have to wash the chicken under the sink, the water in the sink, because just I don't like spicy, but it's my problem.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but they joke a lot about this video that got viral, because many people like text me like you need to go back to Italy and things like that.
That's not very nice. That's a bit harsh.
Yeah, but I can understand, anyone got really personal when it comes to like our country, so I can understand.
I mean, if you're making me choose, I would prefer Italian food. If that makes it feel better.
Same.
Yeah. Another teammate has said that you spend that much time in the gym, the physio actually kicks you out.
Yes, that's true. Who said that?
It wasn't Laurie, so it's a different teammate. So you have to guess a different.
Jody?
No, it wasn't Jodie. It was Linda van der Velden.
Sorry, one off.
It was Linda van der Velden.
Linda, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I was there with her. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And she's also mentioned about the English weather.
Yeah, I suffer so much in England because I suffer so much from cold weather and wet.
Yes.
So they always joke with me because like we have like the first session, then we go inside of doing the gym session and like eating food, and then go out. And when you go out, it was winter, so it was like dark, rainy, and I have to put like skin, long shorts, long trousers, and lots of like layers on the upper body that I can't move and I can't train because I'm too covered. But I just suffer too much. Yeah, it's horrible. And when I go and watch like the males game, I always have to bring something like what to call, like carpet or not
Like
carpet.
a throw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to put on. Yeah.
It's kind of like a carpet. Yeah, I get what you mean. It's all good. Final teammate that's told me about something about you. There's actually 3 things about you.
Okay.
So I have to ask, what is your favourite wine? Even though I know you don't like wine, but your parents make wine.
Yeah, true.
So who do you think told me that?
Kate.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Because she just came to my house, to my place last week, because she came to Italy, and so we have like a nice few days about food and wine and everything. And she forced me to drink wine because I didn't like, but I did. So she has to be proud of me.
So there we go. Happy days. She has asked, could you tell us the songs that you taught Kate?
I'm not sure I can.
You can.
So, okay, I'll say, and you have to Google for the translation, or anybody interested that's to Google for the translation. The song is titled like Bucciofili, and I think it's played by Fedez, not sure about that. And it's called, is like Mettimi questi meloni in mano, fai come l'ortolano. And you can ask Kate for the translation.
She won't tell me. She just wrote, it's not appropriate. I was like, what is it? I really want to know.
She has to translate that for you.
Right.
You need to interview her next time, just for the song.
Just for the song. I'll get it. I will find out though. She's also mentioned your COVID job in, I might say this wrong, in Colorno.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So during COVID, I was planning for Colorno, that is like a team near Parma, let's say. And so we were at home, me and Francesca, that is Francesca Scorbini, she played back row for Italy as well. And there was like a butchery just near our place. And we went every day to buy meat and everything. And they said like, you know what, we want to start like delivering meat at like people place. And I was like, oh, we can help you. So we start like the first days was like walking with the bags full of meat and bring it to the house. Then it was like, oh, we have so many order, maybe you need like a bike. So we start cycling. And then it was like, oh, we have so many order, we need like a car or a van. So we went with a van and we spent the whole COVID time delivering meat everywhere. I start like learning how to cut meat and everything, and also like taking order for them. It was a busy period, but I enjoyed it very much. And so now this family, we are very close with them. We are like friends. And last week when Kate came to Italy, Parma, to watch the game, after the game, we went, no, the day after, yeah, it doesn't matter. We went to their place and we have a great lunch all together, and it was really fun. So she knew my first and second family.
Oh, I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well done you for going out to help people in a pandemic.
Sorry?
I'm saying well done you for helping.
It was good. I did really enjoy that time. I mean, it was tough because, of course, COVID was tough for everyone, and also in Italy was pretty tough as well. And it was tough not being at home with my family because I got stuck in Parma. That was where I played. But it was really like a great opportunity because you went like mainly to old people places at the very starting, and then also to like young people maybe with COVID or just like isolated for any reason. And was nice because maybe you had like some chat through the door, because of course you can't have many direct contacts, but it was great because you just bring something, not only food but also some company, some like, some people, warmness, things like that. And then of course the relationship I built with this family was amazing, and also with my roommates, with Francesca and with Jacopo that was working with us as well. It was great. It was just like in the bad, finding the good in a very bad situation. Yeah.
So I love all of that. Now, Laurie, Kate, and Linda have all told me one thing, so I've just kind of put it together. How many coffees do you drink on a day-to-day basis?
Too many, maybe. Yeah. I'd say like I'm coffee addicted. I mean, it's just like when I don't know what to do, I drink a coffee. When I need to get up, I drink a coffee. Before going to bed, I drink another coffee. Like during the day, I just drink coffee.
More than 5?
Yeah, I would say like no less than 10.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the first things I bought when I moved to Exeter was like a coffee machine, like, the one with capsule and everything. So everyone is now addicted, even if they say no, they are.
No.
And I made, Charlie Jacobi. She has like a prop. She plays both for USA, both for Exeter, and she lives with us, with me, Laurie. And I made her, how to say, like overdose with caffeine. She was like shaking and things like that because she tried to keep up with me, but I was like not used to.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee personally, so
how can you survive?
I thought, I don't know. You might have to convince me. So
impossible. You need to try latte coffee with.
Just because you've asked me so nicely, I'll try.
Okay, glad to hear.
Who is your dream front row partner? So
my dream front row partner.
You can pick a prop and a hooker from past and present.
Okay. So. As a hooker, I would say Melissa Bettoni. She played for Italy and she just retired now, like after the World Cup. And when I started playing, she was playing hooker, so we always like play together in front row for Italy. And I would pick up her because both on the pitch we are just so complementary because we have different like characteristic, but we work well together, I guess. And also like out of the pitch, she is a great person, and she has always been like that person that when I was like, I just need to ask for an advice, or just like also off the pitch, like for my life, or just like ask for a different perspective. I would just call her, ask her, and I would be well supported. So I would say Melissa as a hooker. And as a tight head, it's pretty. There are a lot of good tight heads recently. Well, of course, the first choice would be like Lucia, because she played for Italy and she is like our tight head. And then again, it's been like the three of us for a few years over the last year. So it's like my the front row I have in my heart. Then I would love to play like with the I'm sorry not to remember the name, but with the Fijian tight head. She's massive, with Cecilia Tupulotto, with Sarah I mean, there are a lot of tight head that I would be like just honored to play with. Yeah.
Well, there was a question that came in. I forgot to write it down, but I'll try and remember it as best I can. So the question was, who is your favourite tight head to play against or go against? And I think they play for Exeter. It's Spice. I can't remember her Instagram name. It's Spicy.
Spicy Ternera. She's Charlie, and she's living with me. She's the girl that I mentioned before. Yeah, I like training with her because she's just like so good in the scrum. That is always really challenging, like training with her, being like in the opposite position. And also when we scrum together, we always have pretty good results. So it's like I'm enthusiastic to play with her, of course, every time. Yeah.
Good.
Definitely.
I'm glad you figured that out, because I genuinely forgot to write it down. I got too excited with the Kate and Laurie and Linda stories, so I forgot to write another one.
She.
I apologise to Charlie.
No, she will understand. Of course, she is my best idol.
Let's quickly talk about your experience from the World Cup, because you're part of the first ever Italian team to get to a quarterfinal in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Just how does that feel, and what's next for Italian rugby?
So I think that for us, like being at the World Cup is just like a few weeks that you are in another world, just different from the world where you usually live, because normally we have rugby and our life out of rugby, that could be our job, our, I don't know, study, whatever. Then you just go to the World Cup, you are in New Zealand, you are like far away from home, also with the different timings. So you are really like in another world. And it's all about rugby, because you just stay like 24 hours per day with your teammates, just like training or like preparing the game and everything. Also, you have some time off, but we'll be with them again.
Yeah.
And for us as a team, so I think that we've been building over the last years. And when I first came in 2017, after the previous World Cup, there was some kind of disappointment from the results of the previous World Cup, when we ended like 9th, but also excitement because the new players were arriving. And also Andrea, our previous coach, was doing a really good job with us, and he has been already there for like 9 years, that age, and he just like stepped back now with after 13 years with the Italian team. And so there was just like, we were like pretty confident with our game, just knew what we have to do to improve our game. And so like it was a long journey that ended up with this World Cup. And of course, like our objective, I would say, would have been the semi-final, not the quarter-final. So at one point, of course, like we are aware now, a few months after, that also did the quarter-final was a great result, because it was the first time in our history. And also, if you see the like world ranking, we have a really good position. But at the same time, you know, when you are there, you go for the best you can go. And in our head was like the semi-final. Of course, that match against France was like, they just were better than us, and you can't say anything. But of course, like while there was some kind of disappointment after this game. And then now looking back, it's just like amazing thing about what we did. But I do really think that we can do much better again. Yeah. Because also we achieved that with not so many means, maybe compared to, for example, England or New Zealand, but also without comparison, we were aware that we were all like full-time working, and aside from that, doing rugby. Whereas like now, thanks to the contracts that they introduce, of course, the results, you can't see the results in a few months, because they just introduced the contract at the very start of 2022. So the World Cup was in October, and you can't see the results in like 10 months. But I'm pretty confident that in few years, you will see the results in all the countries. They introduce contracts, or just like, a much more structured, I don't know, schedule during the year, or like camps, or like means given to the players to train better and to better balance job, life, and rugby. So if we achieve that without any means, not without any means, but with like not the means that we are having now, I'm just so excited to see what we can do next World Cup.
Good. I'm glad. Now, it's still just a rumour now, because it's quite a far bit away, but Italy look like they want to host the World Cup. What do you think of that?
Sorry?
Apparently Italy are bidding to host both men's and women's World Cups. So what do you think about that, hosting a World Cup?
Hosting a World Cup, about hosting a World Cup. It's like, I think that hosting a World Cup is just like an enormous opportunity for the country that is hosting the World Cup, because it means like such a visibility for rugby in your country. And if I think about Italy right now, many people just like, just to give you an example, I went to physio this morning and a lady asked me, oh, which sport do you play? I was like, rugby. And she was like, oh, does it even exist, like women rugby? I was like, yes, it does. But for me, it's just obvious, you know, for all of us, it's just obvious. But if you just think out of the rugby world, there are like lots of people don't even think that rugby exists, or they're not sure about what rugby is, or like anything. And just hosting a World Cup would make like rugby more accessible for like people not involved in rugby yet. And also would be like, I think, for imagine a little girl or a little boy that play rugby. Maybe now like a boy is aware of the fact that one day he can play professional rugby. A girl still like maybe is not that aware, because, you know, it's just recently that the contracts come in and everything. But watching like women playing rugby and seeing that they do that as a job, maybe few girls could be like more motivated to start rugby and to keep playing rugby also. Like, I don't know, during like when you are 14 years old and you tend to stop playing rugby or like any sports.
Yeah. No, that's all good. And I think it would definitely be amazing to watch.
Yeah.
Maybe be there. I don't know. What's the best advice that you would give to young girls wanting to play rugby?
So if she doesn't play rugby yet, I would say just give a chance to rugby. Just go and do that. Don't think about it. Just give a chance and see if you like it or not. And I would also like show her like some photos of the place where I was able to travel to because of rugby, or like all the friends that I have all around the world thanks to rugby, or the experience that I was like lucky to do because of rugby, and saying that, yeah, you will love rugby, but not even like rugby itself, but all what's around rugby. And as like to a girl that already play rugby, I would just say like, keep training, keep like enjoy, like, you know, not everything like the girls you play with, the boy of your club, or like training, ask advice to the coach. Maybe yes, never be like scared for asking like advice, help, extra training, suggestion, whatever to your coach, because I think that's the key to really being able to improve. Just asking, and they will be more than happy to give you whatever they can.
I love that. And it's kind of like how you did it, because you didn't give up. You tried it.
I was like, I've been like lucky enough to not being scared of asking, like to start playing rugby, to like training more, to have some extra session, to ask my like teammates, would you like to train some skills this afternoon, or just like asking whatever. It's been like, I think, one of the key so far.
Yeah, it's good. We're going to go into something a little bit different there. We're going to get to know Silvia as a person.
Okay.
So I've had to get rid of a question because we already know the answer. So I was going to say cats or dogs, but I already know it's dogs.
Dogs, definitely.
Is there any other animal you prefer then?
No, dogs is okay.
Dogs, yeah, that's fine.
I do really love like bear. Yeah.
A bear, yeah.
Bear and lioness as well. Yeah.
Lioness, yeah, good, powerful animals.
Yeah.
Love that.
I like them. Yeah.
What is your favorite film?
I'm not such a good movie watcher. I can say, because I always get sleep when I watch a movie.
That's okay. What's your favorite song or style of music?
Italian music. I love to understand the lyrics and things like that. And in English, I'm not good enough to understand the lyrics.
Okay. You're getting there, though. Your English is very good.
Yeah, but I don't know why. When it's song, I can't. The only one that I can understand the lyrics is Without Me by Eminem, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I always play this song when someone come back from injury or things like that. So I got learned.
Nice, I like that. I was going to say, what's your favorite style of food? But I feel like I know the answer as well.
Italian.
I'll change it though. So if you were to cook a meal, what would you cook? What would be your ideal dream meal?
Ideal dream meal. So we would start with some raw fish, maybe, and some, like focaccia with burrata, raw fish, like focaccia with different things on top, and also with some prosciutto, things like that. Then as a primo, first course, like pasta, it would be like, I think a fish meal would be like pasta with fish, like pasta fish. Yeah. Then as a second course would be grilled fish with like lots of grilled vegetable, things like that, and like mixed with different type of. And for dessert, I have such as with food, I would say in English. Yeah, I do love like dessert and things like that, but I would say would be like ton of ice cream. I love ice cream.
That's fair. That's good.
Yeah.
Laurie did tell me that you make a lot of nice, good snacks as well. So
yeah, I love baking. Yeah, so yeah, Laurie said, yeah, I made. Oh, and also I love like when it's someone's birthday, I try to always cook for that person their favorite birthday cake. So that's some tradition that I'm trying to keep doing at Exeter Chiefs.
So did I get a birthday cake?
Yeah, of course. Well, just tell me when and which is your cake.
That's fine. I'll come down for it. It's all good.
Okay, perfect. Just let me know.
I feel like I'm going to get into trouble for asking this, and I'm sorry, but I have to ask because I ask all our guests.
Okay.
Does pineapple belong on pizza? No.
Well, I would suggest no, but I've never tasted. Maybe it's very good, but as Italian, I can't say yes. They would like saying you're not Italian if I say yes.
I don't say yes. I don't think it belongs on it. I don't like it.
I've never tasted, so I can't say, but I'm not really like interested in tasting that.
Fine. What is your dream holiday destination or vacation?
Fiji.
Fiji, nice, like that. I love that. Yeah. What is your go-to? I say post-match drink. Maybe big win. You go out with the girls. What are you drinking?
Gin tonic.
Nice, yeah, like that. Not wine.
No, neither beer, neither wine. I'm sorry, Kate.
That's okay. Kate doesn't even drink wine.
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
She likes wine. Yeah.
We got different answers when we had her on. It was not wine that she said, but that's okay. I'll remember that. Do you have any tattoos?
No.
Would you ever get a tattoo?
I don't think so.
Okay. No, I always ask just because I have tattoos and it's just a nice.
Yeah, like sometimes when I was at the World Cup, for example, everyone was getting a tattoo. So I was questioning, oh, maybe I should get a tattoo. But then I was like, oh, I don't know what, and just like change my mind so easily. So it would be like, and also when I was called for Barbarians, I guess like everyone was getting a Baba tattoo. I was like, maybe I would love to, but then I don't know. But like there is some friend that made like a tattoo here, like they wrote something in Japanese, he wrote something in Japanese, and I do really love this kind of tattoo. Or also I love like all the arm with tattoo, but just watching, maybe not for me, not yet. Don't know. Yeah, I love like big tattoo on all the arm.
Yeah. So never say never. Who knows?
Never say no, not at all.
Final question for you today, Silvia.
Yes.
One thing you'd like to be remembered for?
For
just in life.
Yeah, could be in life, having made other people's lives better.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's good. I like that. And you made our day a lot better as well. So there you go.
I don't know that. Well, I also would be something that I would love to.
The book is now closed because you've absolutely smashed it, and
thank you.
I cannot thank you enough for agreeing to come on.
Thank you so much.
We've made history here today. Hopefully see you back on the pitch very, very soon. Hopefully the hand and the cast comes away, because the Chiefs need you. We need another title.
Yeah, we need the black one there.
Exactly. I don't have the black one yet.
The white one.
I would love one. Of course I would.
What?
The white one, black one, all of them.
Mhm. Okay.
Send me along them.
Okay.
Maybe more Italian tops as well.
Okay, as well. Yeah. Next time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much for coming on, and
Thank you.
it's been an absolute blast. And you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you so much, both to you, both for the people listening. Thank you.
This has been the final whistle with Silvia Turani. We will see you next time.